Welcome to the Dr. Solid Oni Show. Fans of Dr. Solid Oni call him the great genius, a figure that Nostradamus wrote about. His theories in math and astrophysics are used by government agencies. His theory E has proven Newton and Einstein are wrong. His prime algorithm is used by the NSA. His planetary distance formula is used by NASA to find new planets. His EOE theory is used by the USGS in earthquake prediction modeling. He founded two different think tanks, including Helix Q, the artificial intelligence think tank. Dr. Oni is the founder of the cryptocurrency BizBytes. Dr. Oni is also the founder of the One Media Network. One Media produces dozens of podcast shows for the iPodcast network.
This is Dr. Solid Oni. Welcome to another segment of the Dr. Solid Oni Show. You can find more segments at solidoni.com and ipodcast.org. Solidoni.com is SOLADONI.com. This is Dr. Solid Oni. This is my site, solidoni.com. That's SOLADONI.com. Today is March 25th, noon Eastern Standard Time. I'll be speaking about the explosive growth of coronavirus in the United States. Had a big jump yesterday. Explain who I am. I'm the author of over 100 books. Founded numerous think tanks, including Helix Q, AI think tank. My math theories are used by many government agencies. I'm the guy that found the algorithm for prime numbers that every mathematician searched for. Did that a few decades ago. The Oni prime spirals. So this is my site, over 100 books, and I've got a bunch of videos about coronavirus since I've been doing videos for the past month about every other day about the algorithm of the death count. And I've been accurately forecasting exact numbers for future deaths. It's just a simple mathematical progression. I'm also known by my religious name, Solog, SOLLOG. So you go to solog.com. You'll see my writings over the past 25 years. Pretty much every book I've written, the last chapter was devoted to Solog prophecy about 2020 and the coming age of bio war, the Great Plague. So I nailed this in my writings for over 25 years. My latest work is known as Bio War. You can go to biowar.net. My book might save your life. There's a 2-hour movie there you can watch for free. 247news.net. They've been covering me for years, so you can go to 247news.net. You'll see right at the top they have a coronavirus section. You'll see Solog predicted 2020 coronavirus and books. Big story about me. So you can go onto their corona site and see their articles on this event. Okay, the site that most people use to get current information about death counts is known as Worldometer or Worldometer. It's a .info site. Click on their coronavirus and you can see this is pretty much up to the minute. I refreshed it not long ago. We'll remove the ads so you don't have to be bothered with them. Deaths now almost 20,000. By the time this video airs later today, it'll be well over 20,000. You see here, China is now insignificant. Italy has more than China in the death counts. Spain has more. Iran's growing up. USA will be over 1,000 by the end of today. France is already over 1,000. These are the new counts you can see today. Without Italy and the United States and France, etc., there's already almost 1,000 right here, 896. So by the end of the day, it'll be well over 2,000 as it was yesterday. Now, a couple days ago, I mentioned a couple things. This death count, which had been 23% for about 3 weeks, had dropped to 20% for a few days, and it was down to 16%. Well, yesterday, the death count over 2,200 increased it back up to 18, 19% a day. At those rates, people, it's just exponential math. If it keeps growing in the 20% range daily, there's no humans left within 60 days. Now, this thing reinfects. It affects every age. So if you think some people are going to survive this, great. I think it's a bioweapon. I've been writing about this event for 25 years, people. So it kills the elderly and sick very fast, which gives you the false impression younger people are going to survive it. But then the younger people start getting it and dying also. There's a lot of young people in ICU wards that are incubated in New York City and Italy now. So it affects the young. The only thing that appears to slow it down is isolation. So the world needs to go into a complete lockdown for about 120 days. I've been saying that in my videos for over a month. The world has to lock down. Congratulations to New Zealand. Without a death in her country, she's locked down her country. So a few politicians are getting it. Mixed martial art guy, Connor in Ireland, he put out a message on his Twitter yesterday begging the world to lock down, begging Ireland to lock down. So a few voices now are starting to realize this thing is on exponential growth. And if you go to a calculator, you can look up Google Scientific Calculator. You can see, let's put in today's death count, just back out about 3,000 for China. So we got 17 dead outside of China. That's the real numbers of this event. So 17,000 times 1.20%. It's 1.20. That's 20%. Down here, the XY, that's the exponent. You click that, and then you enter in here 60 days. So let's see what 60 days at 20% growth of almost 20,000 deaths become. It's almost 1 billion people in 60 days, people. When it was moving at 23%, everyone was dead at 23% in 60 days. Now, you can go over here, re-enter it, put this out, just say to 70. Actually, 68 should be enough. So 68 days at 20%, starting where we are now. Half the world population is dead, 4.1 billion. So 70 days at 20%. Now, if it stays down in the 18% range, you get a few more days, people. If you don't think this thing is killing young, go out, get infected. 60 days, you're dead. Don't believe me. People that believe me are going to isolate. They're going to survive. Now, getting up to the biggest death count outside of China, Italy, 6820. I'd mentioned a couple days ago, it seemed like the deaths had been lowering in Italy. You know, they went from almost 800 a few days ago, 650, 600, and bang, back up to where it almost was, 750. So that means the quarantines are failing. Why would a quarantine fail? People are still going out. The only reason the quarantine may have worked in China, they welded people shut into their homes who didn't obey the quarantines. No one was allowed out, period. Each home, once a week, one person was allowed to go to the store to get food. That's it. That's the type of lockdown that may have actually worked. They don't have anything like that in Italy. They'll never have anything like that in the United States. So, bad news, Italy went back up yesterday. United States, I had made a minor mistake saying it was already on day 25 and it dropped down to 28%. No, it was only 23 days when I did my last video. So now we're up to, yesterday was the 25th day, and it's now over 800. So it's well over 31% now. Also, yesterday, it jumped from the 31% that I had been talking about for a couple weeks. Yesterday, this huge jump was a 40% increase from the deaths the day before. So when you go 225, you back that off of the death counts. From the day before, 550. It's 40% people. So yesterday we saw a 40% increase. If that keeps going like that, people, 300 million will be dead in 45 days. That's how fast this thing is growing in the United States. Now, if it goes back to 31%, well, you got about 60 days. You don't believe me? Let's clear this out. We'll put in today's death count, 800 times 1.31 for 60 days. It is over 800 million. Matter of fact, it's 8 billion. So at 31%, we can go to 8 billion at 31% in 60 days. That's how fast it's been spreading in the United States. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a couple things here. Yesterday's death growth of 40%. And we're only going to do 40% for, 30 days. $19 million dead at 40% in America in 30 days. We can change that to 40 days. Okay, so we'll change it to 40 days. Show you how fast 40% kills everybody. $500 million, 560 million, 40 days at 40%. Now, I believe that 31 is a more realistic exponential growth. So let's go in here and back this out to 31%, which it's been for most of the past 25 days, 31% times 800, and we'll do that for 45 days. Or actually, we'll do it for 60 days. So an exponent of 60. Okay, 8 billion. So 800 times 31%, 60 days, it's the population of the world. America only has 300 million people in it. So at this rate, 31%, we're not even going to last 60 days. Let's see how many days we'll actually last. We'll go down here to 45. 45 days at 31%. 151 million. So half the population in America will be gone in 45 days. 47 days, over 300 million. Now that assumes there is no natural immunity to this. There might be a few that can actually survive this infection. There are currently people who are getting better, but it reinfects. If the reinfection is lethal at the second or third infection, again, this could be an extinction level event, people. So we have to get down to 0 infections. The only way to do that is a hard quarantine, one person in your house going out once a week to get food, and then following decontamination procedures. Put the clothes away, etc. People, this is very serious. This is Dr. Solid Oni. That's it for today. Have a great day. To listen to more podcasts from Dr. Solid Oni, you can visit solidoni.com or ipodcast.org.